Good morning and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. It is Friday and I'm barely conscious. But it's been a good week. Survived work and known issues and things blowing up and 10 hours of near constant phone calls. And yeah, anyways, it's Friday afternoon. Everybody's off of work. So obviously we are here and we will do some painting and have some fun. Anyhow. Cool. Well, not a whole lot to say today. Have not played any games this week. A lot of moving. Bought new shelves and actually moved my role-playing books out of the garage and onto said shelves. It's also kind of interesting because they are shelves actually in my room. I haven't had bookshelves for that literally in my room in like forever. So that's kind of interesting, but it looks a lot nicer. So kind of excited to have that. Things a little bit more close by. Go from there. But then the other big thing is that I got my 3D printer set up and I actually ran not just the test print, but an actual print. I'll show that off here in a second. And it came out great. So I'm going to be having a bit of fun with that. So anyhow, so I'm just sitting here yammering to myself from what I can see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just switch over and we're going to get started for the day. All right. So my amazing painting desk, as it were. Anyhow, so real quick, I'm going to show off this guy. Printed this last night. Took about 4 hours to print. But there's a ton of detail. I printed it at 200% scale. So so we can use, here, we'll use this guy as a comparison. So that's one of the Cyberpunk miniatures that I was working on last week. So obviously you can see that the Q here is significantly bigger. But yeah, it actually came through. It actually came through really well. Hold on a second. Someone is in. Oh, there we go. Never mind, I won't find it. Good morning, Shag. Nice of you to join us. Anyhow, so I didn't change anything on as far as the settings were concerned. And this sucker came out. This thing came out really nice. This I think is going to paint up really, really well. This is going to be a gift for a friend of mine. So kind of excited to do that as well. But if you join the channel as a member, this will be the quality of print you can expect. Now, the quality of paint job, that's a completely separate story. But we will go from there. All right. One thing that I do need to do real quick before we get into painting is I need to actually put basing material on this guy. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to do that because this is part of that Beta Galaxy project that I've been working on forever, which is going to be getting an expansion here soon-ish. Because the mercenary Kickstarter, there we go. The mercenary Kickstarter they just put out a press release that it is releasing in Q2 of next year, which is pretty much what they promised with the Kickstarter. So that is fantastic, but that means I'm also going to have more Beta Galaxy to paint up. So Shag says he is DMing tomorrow at 11. Congrats on that, sir. He says he's co-DMing, which I'm going to assume means he's going to be in charge of the story side and more or less leave that like rules question. They basically have somebody else there, kind of as training wheels to manage the like the rules and mechanics and stuff. Okay, Ben, I love you, man, but I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to just read your sentences before you hit send. I think I know what you mean. I'm just saying. Yes, I did get a 3D printer. This is one of my first prints. It is a 200% scale Q miniature from Modifius. I used the pre-supported model. I did not change any of the settings as far as like how the print worked, layer height, all that kind of stuff. Didn't change any of those. And it came out really well. So I'm assuming you have a bottle of resin that you acquired somehow and then never got the printer. And I'm just the words all came out correctly, Ben. That's just the order. You know, if I heard you getting a 3D resin printer, so all your words are spelled correctly. But if so, I have a bottle of resin I could have you purchased. So I'm interpreting it. I believe you mean that you have a bottle of resin I can have that you purchased, I'm assuming you don't need it anymore. And if that's the case, yeah, I can definitely use more resin. So, like I said, Ben, I love you, man. Sometimes it's just double check before you hit send on that sucker. So, all right. So I got some basing on the gargoyle. No, that's not a gargoyle. I forget which model that is. Anyways, we just got to get some basing done for that guy. But in the meantime, we are going to... All right, so we're going to finish up these guys. All right, so this guy, I did a bit of blue wash. Very, very thin. But he's also very, very blue. So what I'm actually going to do is go back over it and just... essentially just a white dry brush to kind of pick up the high points and kind of mute some of the blue, because he almost looks blue as opposed to white. And so I need to quote unquote correct. I overcorrected, or I overshot with the blue wash. So I like it in there for the shadows, but I need to Yenlo Wong is blue, or white. He is not blue. So, which brush do I want? There we go. We can use that one. Anyhow, I'm also going with the dry brush because I don't want to take the blue shading away. I just want to get some white back on there. Anyhow, so what is everyone up to?
Robert, it's depressing when 2 out of 3 children have larger savings than we do.
Not sure how many of you heard that.
I know. Those are going to lie us. They are our truths.
Anyhow. Yeah, Shag, I was putting out those fires all night last night. I in a 10-hour shift where I normally will take, like, we'll say 6 calls in a night. I took significantly more than that. That's awesome. That's awesome, Ben. What are you what army is that for? And good morning, Mundo. Thousand Suns. Very nice. All right. That actually...
Technically, Tanner has more money in savings as well, but he also doesn't have as much in his checking. So, we still are richer than Tanner. That's not saying much.
Oh, Mundo painted your Thousand Suns? Cool. First, real question, Ben. Why aren't you painting your own models?
Yeah.
I know you've been in this hobby long enough. All right. I think that works.
How dare you take $5? How dare you?
Anyhow. All right, and back to these guys. Oh, very nice, Ben. Yeah, I saw those when Mundo posted them earlier this week. Good to see you too, Mundo. All right, what I'm doing now, I'm going to get a little bit of gray, and we're going to do just a bit of gray dry brush on the blue, because I found that doing that helps bring up a little bit of detail before I wash these. Actually, okay. Because there's a ton of good detail that the blue is already dark. So I found if I at least hit it with a dry brush, the details don't get as lost in the darkness. Yeah, I've been tempted to get like just the Primarch models and paint them up. My oldest would love a Mortarion. because he actually painted up a bunch of Thousand Suns back in the day.
You're not from the Midwest, knock it off.
Huh?
You were trying to do like a Minnesota accent. Back in the day. Whatever.
Mundo, I will consider it. Dude, I have so many files. Right now, it's just a matter of figuring out what I want to print. Because I have so much stuff that I can print. And I also have just so much stuff that I need to paint already. So that's why I'm kind of excited about the membership program offering. Don't forget, if you join the channel as a member, only $2 a month. I did look, Mundo, there is no annual plan. So unfortunately, it's just $2 at a time. But once there are 10 members subscribed for $2 a month, then I will do a monthly giveaway where I will print a model for you, paint it, and ship it at no additional cost to you. So, if you'd like in on that, consider joining the channel. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. All right. Yeah, so just a little bit of light blue gray. That is literally the name of the color. Light blue gray. Just realized I'm not really done with the dry brushing because I probably should have painted their feet first. Anyhow, so I've got thank you, Mundo, for joining the channel at the tip jar level. If you wish to commission me to print and paint them, that's a separate issue, but you are definitely one of those people that I would be willing to do that for. So hit me up offline and we can talk about that. See you, Ben. Have a good one, dude. You want me to paint, you want me to paint it up on the channel? Absolutely. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, you know how to reach me. Here's the short answer. If you know how to reach me not through chat, I'm probably willing to talk to you about doing commission jobs. I generally, and even then I might still say I'm not up for that. But I'm at least willing to entertain the idea. Oh, and also for clarification, folks, the model in question is something approximately the size of a Battletech figure or a 32 millimeter human model, roughly. You know, we can hammer out those details once we get there, but we're up to 4, so we only need 6. So, Mortarian Primarch STL. Oof. If you have a good alternative to that, I would actually be really interested. I think my son would really go for that. And probably be a lot easier than, well, a lot more cost effective than the regular Mortarian model. I don't remember, Mundo. You will have to send me. You'll have to send me a link. Because I'm not quite sure what you are talking about. But yeah, it's I am definitely interested. But the printer actually works fairly well. I have an Elgu Mars 3. I don't know the specific size of the plate. But it is not very large. But it's essentially on this it's essentially at the standard size for a 3D printer plate. Because I didn't get a Saturn or Jupiter or anything like that. Yeah. I don't know. I still have one question about my name when I'm speaking to customers on the phone. So, as you all know from the stream, my name is Brian. And I will answer the phone. Thank you for calling. My name is Brian. Can I get your account number? And the number of times that I get people's like, "Hi, Frank." It's like, how are you getting Frank out of this? That doesn't make any sense. But it happens a lot, and it's happened for the 15 years that I've been at the company. Why Frank? I have no idea. I don't think my name sounds like Frank at all. But it is frequently what people say my name is. Hey, wow, hey! Good morning, Game Masters. First off, thank you for the $5. Says just popping in to say howdy before jumping back to work. Saw you were live and wanted to take a 5-minute break from working. I don't blame you for wanting to take a break. That was me last night. So, anyways, good to see you, and thank you for the super chat. This is much appreciated. Anyhow, so yeah, I work the night shift. Oh, and real quick, Shag says someone called me Brandon once. My name is Tom. Mundo says that while he was doing customer service, he went by Ramon. Which I think is awesome and funny at the same time. Because anytime I see the name, like, I wouldn't say Ramon, I'd say Ramon. Yeah, Game Masters, the funny thing is, so I work at night taking inbound customer support calls. And normally I'll get like 6 calls a night. And I think I got probably wasn't 10 times that, but it sure felt like it. So it's probably like 5 times that. It was just back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And it was nuts. And you know, that's what happens when you know, things break. Then everyone calls. Yeah, let me know when you're back, Mundo, and I will answer your question about Darth Vader. Is he a librarian or a sorcerer? Because there's an easy way to answer that.
Is there though?
Absolutely there is.
For me, there's no easy answers.
Well, stick around, Peanut Gallery, and I'll answer it when Mundo gets back.
Can mansplain something?
I will mansplain it to you. Peanut Gallery has determined that apparently I have a daily mansplaining quota.
Can't live without mansplaining.
And yeah, I suppose I should explain it to you. See what I did there? She believes that I have a need to
You have a need to mansplain.
mansplain at least 3 times to her in a day.
At least. Fair minimum.
I don't see it as much as a need as it just happens.
Maybe we should not talk about that because then that makes me sound like I am taking responsibility for at least 3 times a day having a case of the dump.
All right. So I don't know how many of you heard that. She is not a fan of me describing things thusly because then she thinks that I'm just looking for ways to prove that she's dumb during the day.
I pretty much just said I have given you opportunity multiple times a day to declare I'm dumb.
Is not the case. I don't think she's dumb. She's pretty good in lots of areas.
I don't even want to know what that means.
But as far as knowing things, dear, but we also jokingly call me the vault of worthless knowledge. The endless vault of worthless knowledge. Because I know lots of random things that really just don't matter. But then with the ADHD, I like to tell people about those things when it comes up. So it's not so much that I'm trying to... Hey, Stephen Cross, good morning, sir. Oh, for those of you that are here who may have or may have not noticed, I believe it is the penetrator with LRMs. Yeah, 2 LRM 10s. For those of you who are here who may not have noticed, if you go to the channel page and click on the community tab, you might have to go down a couple of posts, but there's a poll about the channel, basically trying to determine what I'm going to do for the Monday and Friday paint streams. If I go back to doing one in the morning, or to doing them in the morning, or if I keep doing them in the afternoon, or if I do a split, so we'll do one of each. Because lately I've been doing them in the afternoon because that's when I'm awake. But if people would rather we do them in the morning, then I'm willing to look at that. So go answer the poll. Well, I appreciate that, Stephen. I know that it's better. I know that morning is better for you because obviously you are 7 or 8 hours ahead of us, depending on time of year. Because that's the other thing is we've got a group that keeps showing up. So I don't want to make a change without giving everyone an option, especially those that have been here for a while. So keep that in mind. Yes, presses on the like button. Stephen is in the future. Actually, what was I going to say? Oh, Stephen, you said you want to know where I got this. Cliff printed it for me. So like that's like now that I have my now that I have my own 3D printer, like it's kind of funny because I've got like I still like supporting the company. I mean, the company survives by selling their product. But I also like the fact that I can get one-offs, I can get random stuff. Yeah, I can get variants of stuff that they're not produced, or like they produce one variant, but then I can get a different variant without having to wait for them. So there's going to be a lot of interesting developments on that front, as it were. All right, Mundo is back. Okay. Mundo asked the question, if Darth Vader was in the 40K universe, would he be a librarian or a sorcerer? So, to properly answer the question, we have to know what's the difference. Well, a librarian is a space marine. You know what? That threw another wrench into it. All right. A librarian is a space marine with psychic powers. A sorcerer is a follower of chaos, essentially with psychic powers as well. So it's a distinction without a difference. They're both using the same source of power. They're both doing roughly the same thing. One is doing it on the side of humanity. One is doing it on the side of chaos. So a couple other things to keep in mind. Number one, chaos are the bad guys. Don't care what you say, chaos are the bad guys, period. Yeah. That's the powers of chaos want you to succumb to whatever bit of temptation that they put in front of you. And they don't want you living your best life. So, that's the first thing. They're bad guys. Now, a couple things. Librarians, you have to be a space marine. Okay. There are human psychers, but they are not as respected as a space marine is. And they are not they're not as respected as a space marine. They are not as well trained in said psychic powers. Space Marines also go through extensive body modification, to give them all the Space Marine upgrades, as it were. So, well, that kind of sucks. All right, have a good night, Steven. Good to see you, friend. So, one of the biggest problems with saying that Darth Vader is a Space Marine is he didn't have extensive body modification. He is still just a standard human. So in 40K terms, he would be at most, if he were a loyalist, he would be a sanctioned psyker. But unfortunately, he has also fallen to the dark side, which essentially makes him a bad guy. So, unfortunately, I believe I would have to put him in the camp of he is a Chaos Sorcerer, because you can be a Chaos Sorcerer without having to be a Chaos Marine. Okay. And Chaos Sorcerers do have a bit more of positive reputation in their circles that they don't have, or that the human equivalent, whether it's a Marine or not, it's just a Chaos Sorcerer. So the short answer is, I believe I would have to say that Darth Vader is a Chaos Sorcerer and not a librarian. And clearly, Chad is all up in arms about that argument. Peanut Gallery thinks I'm making you all angry. I don't think so. I think you're just all listening to me rant.
I'm not paying attention to the other side of the conversation, so I'm making assumptions. So don't make me to be a bad guy.
You're not a bad guy. Now Peanut Gallery thinks I'm calling her a bad guy. Nope. No, but it was a fun thought experiment, but I do think I get a little too quote unquote logic based on some of that. Now, all right, I will throw a little bit of a wrinkle in it. So let's assume that Darth Vader is a Marine. Because I realize I threw a lot of that, hinging on whether or not the fact that he was a Marine. Let's just assume he's a Marine. Now, I would still put him as a Chaos Marine. Because again, the dark side, unfortunately, are the bad guys. Dark side is about power and control and bending others to your will. And so I still think Darth Vader is on the bad side, but it does bring up an interesting point. So, assuming he was a Space Marine, he would absolutely have started as a loyal Space Marine. Okay. She is not holding me hostage, Nerdy Ogre. I promise. Yeah. Just kidding. So he absolutely started as a loyalist Marine, but he did succumb to chaos. And obviously then would have been a sorcerer. But then you have the question of the redemption arc. Remember, Darth Vader didn't end as a bad guy. Now, he died redeeming himself. But he didn't. At the end of the story, he was no longer a bad guy. Now, in 40K lore, once you have turned down the path of chaos, there's not really a redemption arc. Once chaos has you in its clutches, you're done. Okay, so that's the bigger question is a redemption arc possible in 40K? And that is actually one of my bigger problems with the franchise. Like there's no hope if things go bad. If you fail and succumb to chaos, you're done forever. So I think the bigger problem there is it just leads to just shallow storytelling. There are some good stories. Don't get me wrong. But you can't have a traditional redemption arc story. And that's essentially because they designed it that way. Now, as far as him being Adeptus Mechanicus, again, Mechanicus is still technically in the loyalist camp. If we were going to keep him as a quote-unquote standard human, and not a Space Marine, I think Adeptus Mechanicus is a very viable option for our buddy Darth. But again, you still have the problem of no redemption in 40K. You know, you can only find redemption at the end of a bolter, as it were. Whereas I believe they have done stories about fallen Jedi who turn away from the dark. So there's that. Can I paint a mech team as the Golden Girls? I'm not sure how I would do that.
It's all about the glasses, the
colors. So Peanut Gallery is basically suggesting that I put them in costume. Which I would not like. Me personally. Because outside of the poncho and sombrero wearing Irby, yes, that art exists. I don't like doing, like, I don't want to put like glasses on a battle mech. It would.
I wasn't saying anything outside of the realm of paint.
Kimberly, it's fine. Peanut Gallery is grumpy today.
Not grumpy.
I realize. Peanut Gallery was a big fan of the Panderverse. Just throwing it out there. But no, I don't know of any models that look like they're wearing glasses. And I wouldn't want to just paint glasses on top of a model.
Only one of the characters has glasses. Actually, does she even have glasses? I don't think my memory's failing me. I don't think any of them do.
The old lady does.
Sophia.
Yes, Sophia from Golden Girls does wear glasses because the actress who played Sophia in Golden Girls was not the oldest actress in that cast. So how do you make someone look old? Put some glasses on them.
Anyway, apparently I am Sophia in my friends group.
Okay. I don't really think Peanut Gallery comes off as
old grumpy lady?
As an old Italian woman, but I'll take it. Yeah, and Ogre, you are not wrong. Those kinds of conversations are just fun. They're it makes you see the characters in a different light. It makes you look at okay, what are the powers, what are the things that they are already coming to the table with, and how does that apply in a different setting? So like I am not opposed to the what if / alternate universe type situation, because I think it helps people explore and come up with better stories. Maybe it makes you think of a different way of doing something. But I am also a turd. A huge fan of official canon. You know, a story having defined points that we can agree on. So, Ogre, an A-Team themed mech would actually be very easy because I would paint it like the van. So that's how I would do an A-teamed theme mech. I did a couple of figures that are Ninja Turtles themed. Actually, I need to get back and work on some of those as well. But even then, it was like taking those. It's more like looking at the color palette as opposed to, because like for Golden Girls, there isn't an established color palette for how you would paint the figures. So that's got a little bit of difficulty in it.
You're difficult.
Yes, I am difficult, Peanut Gallery. You're welcome.
Your stuff is difficult to live with.
Maybe the afternoon streams aren't the best idea because Peanut Gallery's not working in the afternoon.
I can rip on you all I want. Come on, why isn't anybody joining me on the rip station?
I'm not sure how much they're hearing you, dear.
That's okay. I don't need to be on a microphone. I just want to be a fly on the wall.
I don't know how much of that you all are hearing, but it's making me chuckle.
In your inside voice.
In my inside chuckles.
In your inside head voice.
Yeah, the TMNT mechs, they were a lot of fun. But like I need to go back and like it's like I have another Devastator that's Rocksteady. I've got another Blood Kite that's Bebop.
You're a Bebop. Your face.
I've got to do the Foot Soldiers. Malachi, what's up, buddy? Malachi hops into chat and Kim, I'm being told you are coming across as Charlie Brown's teacher. My wife, everybody. Anyhow, so yeah, that's my biggest thing as far as like representation style mechs is I have to just convey the theme, and I'm not sure how I would convey the theme of an old lady in a giant or on a giant robot. Hence why I don't know how I would do Golden Girls in Battletech form. What'd you say?
So just paint them gold
Just paint them gold.
and give them hair. Big poofy bald hair. Old lady hair.
Again, I don't want to model old, additional parts. So I don't want to give afros to mechs.
I think that'd be hilarious.
It could be. And people do that kind of stuff. I like to go for a look as opposed to model something into something else. So, is Bear streaming right now?
Oh no!
I didn't think Bear was streaming
How dare you?
at the moment. He is streaming right now.
Jealous.
Oh, he's doing his horror chat. I thought he was doing that. Thought he'd moved that to Saturday. Bear's confusing sometimes.
Like you.
Yes, like me. Yeah, I mean, Bear's got there's 14 people over at Bear's. So,
Jealous.
a little bit. It's fine. We're doing different things. He wants to talk horror movies. I am not a fan of horror movies. So, yeah, I don't like the idea of feeling tense for a 2-hour movie. Rocket Robin Hood? What is Rocket Robin Hood? So, all right, these are all coming along in pieces, but oh man, I've only been going for an hour.
You could just end it. Oh.
Oh, Bear's been going for 2.5 hours. So I didn't look before I started, but I set this up. This is the normal time that I do this. I don't usually do it as panels. So. Anyhow, yeah, I know. I'm not very, I don't know, not very talkative and exciting today.
Probably because you keep talking to me.
Probably because Peanut Gallery keeps chiming in.
Exactly.
Anyhow, so let's see. So I've got a very interesting situation tonight. I'm being abandoned.
Yay!
Hey, Michael Chad. Good morning, sir. Kim's going out with
My Golden Girls.
the Golden Girls. One son is going to hang out with the girl he is interested in.
Yeah, they end up kissing at the end of the night, apparently.
But it's not his girlfriend.
Whatever. We're making out.
Anyhow, so I'm being abandoned. I have no car.
No prospects.
No prospects. I should hit up Max and see if he needs someone for the rando stream tonight. No, so Ogre, I get that. That's actually why I've got the music playing in the background, because like occasionally I'll do co-streams for painting. So like I've done them with Sam Healy, I've done them with the Sixth World. So yeah, usually we're painting together and just having a chat. But I also started doing these just as a chat with me and the audience. So I don't want to necessarily take that away. Because again, it's a big departure from what I've already been doing. That can mess up what people are expecting. Yeah. So for a paint stream, I usually just kind of keep it to me in the chat with the occasional guest co-streamer.
And welcome me. Biscuits.
All right, I got a bit more gray on the head than I was expecting. Good morning, Scratch Master. Yes, the friend that happens to be a girl. No, we've met her. We like her. But like it's a very weird 21st century. It's a weird 21st century dynamic between boys and girls, which I will admit I am not jealous of.
You're glad I said hi.
I am glad Peanut Gallery said hi when she did. Or Kim. I should just say Kim now. Everybody knows.
Yeah. You keep on making it weird. Jeez.
No, all right. So why do I call Kim Peanut Gallery? Well,
Elephant?
I don't want
In the
anyone
room?
doxxed because of the channel. Even though I try to keep things pretty tame and mild around here. Like, the last thing I want is...
For your sugar mama to lose her job.
Yes, for my sugar mama to lose her job.
I'm a turd.
But the last thing I want is just things to go sideways because somebody gets upset over somebody I follow, or maybe I said something weird, or I don't know. Anyways, that's why I didn't even use my name for a while. Bear got me to use my real name online, as opposed to just being gaming with ADHD. Shag, she's both.
What am I?
Statler and Waldorf. From the Muppets, the old guys.
Oh, yes.
That's their name, is Statler. Their names, Statler and Waldorf.
Oozing with sarcasm. And I laugh at myself, too.
There you go.
I'm hilarious.
Yes, Shag, I did call her old, because we are. Oh, also, Malachi, send me through like Discord or something. Send me, if you want, send me a link to your Substack, and I'll send people over there.
Your Substack.
Malachi's going the writing route as opposed to the video route. Nerdy Ogre just said that he recorded an unboxing. What did you unbox, sir? I need to get my unbox. I have like piles of stuff that I haven't done unboxings for.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yes, Peanut Gallery is extremely annoyed by it. Which I really don't blame her for that.
Can you blame me for 25 years of being annoyed? No.
No.
You can't.
No.
It is what it is.
Ow. So, yes, Michael Chad, these are intentional white legs because these mechs are part of the Nauvoo Legion, which is an actual 19th century military unit. And I just realized that I did not paint that joint piece, so we're going to see how well this works with the wash already in place. This should be fine. And so I'm basing it on a 19th century military uniform. So that's why it's got the kind of cream colored legs and then the blue top. But this and the penetrator brings me up to 2 full lances worth of 2 full lances worth of figures.
Sure.
Nerdy Ogre has received a second Palladium Christmas grab bag. That is awesome. I'm excited to see what you got.
Grab bag right here.
I just realized that I'm washing these and I haven't even done the gold trim. So I'm going to have to wash the gold once I'm done. But that's fine. I want to get this on. Kind of have this layer. So the mechs fit. Or I just need a better idea of where I am with the mechs. The Legion I can actually do fairly easily. I don't need a lot of reference or planning at this point. But I remember doing the first one. It was like I don't even know what I'm doing here. But I like how they came out. It's a sort of odd paint scheme. It's not one that you would expect, especially because it's light on bottom and dark on top. Whereas normally with Battletech for quote-unquote camouflage, you usually see dark on bottom, light on top. But I think it's a very interesting dynamic and look. So, yes, Michael Chad, I peanut gallery because she chimes in like one of the peanut gallery, which is fine.
Heckle.
Yes, she heckles me. All right, let's do this. But yeah, the palladium grab bags they're great. Oh, I just realized I need to send something real quick. All right, there we go. Threw that message out. Okay. Yeah, right? I don't know if I could say 3 more, but like eventually I'll have my collection rebuilt.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Stuff?
What collection are we speaking of?
Books. I have open space on my shelves, thank you very much.
Oh, no, I can fix that for you.
No!
Yes, you've got plenty of stuff to go on those shelves. I won't even use it for my stuff, even though I could. Suck it. Because I'm eating snacks, but I don't have to be nice.
Isn't that the way it always goes? You give them snacks, and then they're still not very nice to you. Actually, peanut gallery is pretty nice. Sorry about that, folks.
You want me to annoy you?
I mean, you're here.
I saw the cat again today, and I was out of tuna, so I fried up the bacon so I could feed the cat. I'm ridiculous. The cat enjoyed its offering.
Okay. So I grew up in a house mostly devoid of pets. We had some, but for the most part, we did not have pets.
Sucks for
Like,
you.
we had a dog that died when I was relatively young. We had a couple of cats that eventually ran away or something. I don't know. I literally have no idea what happened to them. And then for the last 25 years, we've been a mostly petless house. And then I got peanut gallery chickens, which I realize aren't necessarily a pet,
They're not.
but it's as close as we've gotten in our time together. So, oh, you know what? Before I do that, I can let that dry. I can actually paint the base of these black. Anyhow, so Peanut Gallery has decided that she wants 2 cats. Started out as a cat. Then it expanded to 2 cats. And I'm still resistant. But
Resistance is futile.
yes, resistance is futile.
I am the mover.
There's this little black cat that keeps coming around the backyard. And she decided, instead of just letting the cat kind of do its thing and just ignore it and it'll go away, she decided that she should buy tuna
I already had tuna.
and start feeding said cat. And it has gotten to the point where now the cat comes to the back door and just starts meowing for attention. And it's like, you're not our cat.
No, it's the neighborhood. The neighborhood must
Yo.
be here.
Why are you coming to us asking for things? We have not taken responsibility for you.
I have to. Hush.
Yeah, I see, and I get that, Malachi. I get that the cat is choosing us, but I don't want him to choose us.
It's the cat distribution system.
Like, it's an outdoor cat.
Sure.
I don't want to train a cat to be like, it's probably got fleas
Stay outside.
or some, I don't, anyways. I'm rather annoyed. Cause I don't want pets. I don't want to have to worry about, hey, who's going to take care of the pet when I go out of town? You know, if I go to England for 2 weeks, you know, who's going to take care of the cat at that point? So to say I am cat hesitant would be an understatement. But I also have a feeling that I am losing said argument. Good morning, Curtis. Good to see you, sir. I assume Bear finally ended his stream. Right, but Malachi, what if we don't have someone who's willing to come by the house a couple of times a day? Actually, I don't think it's that much. I mean, it's a cat, but... Right, but that's essentially that's my point, is that, you know, you have this little furball that you have decided to imprison in your, you know, wooden cave. And so you're responsible for it. You can't just be like, meh, we're going to go to England for 2 weeks. And,
That's what cat sitters are for.
right, but I'm saying I don't want to have to get a cat sitter.
Hey, stop, little girl in the ward. A few bucks to come check on the cats every now and again. Jeez, it's not that hard. Get over yourself. And I can't go away for 2 weeks again unless I'm unemployed.
Hold on, why not?
That was a nightmare coming back too.
Apparently,
And I
Peanut.
promised my boss I'd never do it again.
Why would you do that?
Because it was horrible. Not the trip, just coming back to it.
Why would you promise such a thing? Seriously.
If it was a retail job, it wouldn't be a problem. If it was a call center job, tech support, where I don't have to be responsible for more than what I come back to.
Can you believe this, people?
Yeah, you're right.
Number one, my sweaty armpit. Holy crap, that's a lot. Sorry. Thank you, Curtis. So, like, I can understand that if someone is the business owner. That did not. I can absolutely agree if someone is a business owner, why they wouldn't take a couple of weeks off. But if you are just an employee, take your time.
I know I'm not important to the company, but what I do for the company is important.
Yes, what you do for the company is important. I absolutely agree. And
I know, but I know your train of thought, right? But I don't need the stress and anxiety that I have to come back to every time. It makes the whole vacation null and void. How that much stress to deal with for 2 weeks after.
see, I'm of the opinion.
I just shouldn't work anymore. I'm okay with that.
I understand that, dear.
I will not be able to afford to go anywhere. So, yeah. Okay.
I just.
You have a job where it's easier to leave.
It is
For a month.
it is very easy for me to leave. I fully admit and agree to that.
So you can't speak to my experience and my problems.
Yeah, but I'm married to you, and I don't want you to give up the option of taking a couple of weeks off.
I didn't give it up. I just don't want it.
You told your boss you wouldn't do it.
I can pretty much safely say we probably will never do that again.
That kind of puts a wrench in the plans.
What plans? We haven't made any plans.
We haven't made plans yet, but we're already thinking about it.
Look,
For the record, folks, we're thinking about going back to England. We just don't know
you
when.
Can talk about it more on.
So I can talk about it more on the internet because I know it's a very popular topic.
I'm just saying, until I have someone who can do all the things that I can do and I can walk away,
gonna be a problem.
Curtis says you stay home, and he'll go with me.
I don't think Chris would be able to handle that kind of stuff. That's my dream.
For the record, Malachi, Kim beat you to it. like me talking about England is one of the best memes in our little circle. I love it so very much. Malachi, I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. I am not opposed to going somewhere with Bear, but I don't know. Does anyone really want to be like one-on-one with me for like 2 weeks? Really? If Peanut Gallery hadn't gone upstairs, she'd tell you that she's not always a fan of the idea. Given the way things, so we bring a muzzle. Bear and Brian take Amsterdam. So Michael Chad, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. Amsterdam would be completely lost on me, I think. So Ogre, I totally understand your perspective. And I wish I could say that you were wrong. But I totally understand your point. I get it. Nerdy Ogre. I live in Texas. I can travel 8 hours in any direction and still be in Texas. Yeah, that is like, I think I saw somewhere that like the southernmost tip of Texas to the northernmost tip of Texas is a longer distance than like Dallas to Chicago. It's something absolutely ridiculous. All right, he's coming along. Okay, just like giving him a little bit on his visor. Actually, I need to see if I'm missing something. There we go. Okay. Is the white paint still good? Malachi, I have no idea what Bojangles is. I'm assuming that's a restaurant. Actually, Malachi, Ogre, who wants to go to Ollie's and get me a hookup on some of that super cheap D&D stuff? Like the campaign case. And the cartoon action figures. Hey, Bear! How was your stream? I was asleep and then had to come to mine. And I thought you'd put off your scary stream until tomorrow. Ugh. Totally get that. Wait. Oh, that was okay. Okay. All right, I'm following you. So that's on your second channel. This one was just because you were proud. Like, I get, dude, when you're sick and you've already just been sitting around for the day, like, you gotta do something. You know, get out of that sick rut that you've been in. I absolutely understand that. Yeah, so check out Bear's second channel. I think it's linked in the description of one of his videos. I think he was talking about that. But if you want to talk about spooky ghost stories, check that out tomorrow. Anyhow, cool. Yenma Wong's actually coming together. Like, getting the base painted black has kind of just centered all of this. So need to let the visor dry and then drop some yellow speed paint on it. You know what? I think I'm just going to call him done. Like, outside of the speed paint, but I'm letting everything dry, but it's not this is not the greatest paint job. I am struggling with it, but it's not bad. Actually, let's get a little bit of wash for the metallic bits. I actually really like strong tone over top metallic bits because it kind of gives that oily / rusty look. So, yeah, I haven't tried the metallic speed paints. I really need to get in and like do something with the regular speed paints. I've just been like, I need to pick something that's quote unquote new that I'm not trying, like my Battletech stuff. I want it all to look somewhat similar as far as like painting style goes. All right, this is frustrating. I keep finding little things of, oh, I forgot to do that on this guy. Like, the mechanics of this shoulder joint. Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest, for Army Painter in general, I'm kind of mixed. Like, I see what you're saying, Malachi, about the new triads. They're kind of taking the Reaper approach. But a lot of their paint, like the paint that I use for the legs on the Nauvoo Legion, has like a completely different consistency than the paint that I use for the blue on the top, which is a Reaper paint. It's, I don't know. I'm very mixed on their paint. So I'm actually moving over eventually I will be moving over more to the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl line. Like, that actually has some surprisingly good coverage, good flow. I mean, there's a lot to it. Mundo, you know I struggle taking compliments, but I have to agree with you. Like, it's like, since I started doing these streams about a year ago, I think Steve will love this after he watches it when he wakes up. The brush control, I think, is better. How I put colors together, I think, is better. I still don't think I'm that good, but I definitely see what you mean and agree that I'm definitely doing better. So thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. Yeah, Malachi, that actually is the biggest problem, in my opinion, is that is the availability. Like Army Painter is very much available as a paint line without having to order it. The Pro Acryl line, the game shop that I've been going into lately, they carry singles. One that I go to that's a bit farther away has sets. So if I ever get to the point where I need to replace a single, then ooh, bear. Like, I'm excited about that. Like literally, I haven't done any superheroes on the channel, and I think it would be absolutely fun. Oh, now I need to find some superhero models that I can print. Yeah, dude, if you see anything like for 3D printing for superheroes, like send them my direction. And yeah. And depending on the cost of them, like if they're like $3-5 or whatever, like I can probably just buy them and add them to my collection. So yeah, Mundo Malachi is right. Like it's decent if you want sets, but if you're just needing single paints, I have to agree with him. Like but that's the thing, it's Amazon. They're like, it's bulk. So yeah, just shipping a single Army Painter or Reaper paint from Amazon is not worth it. So these guys are coming along. All right. So, yeah, actually, well, so Malachi, I'm not sure where you're at in Texas. I mean, if you're in the Dallas area, just go over to the Reaper warehouse. If you're not in the Dallas area, then obviously that's a separate issue. But the nice thing about Reaper, I think their free shipping is at like $35. Oh, why did I think you were in Texas? No, Ogre's in Texas. That's right. I don't know why I thought you were in Texas. Anyhow. Weird. Okay. 40 or 50 degrees. That's is it? Oh, 40 or 50 for Reaper. Let's see. Reapermini.com. Price adjustments effective Monday, December 4th. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Let's add that to the cart. Where is it? Just shipping. No, I don't want a shipping container. FAQ. There we go. FAQ. Store. Do you offer free shipping for some orders? We offer free shipping to any U.S. destination orders valued at $50 or Canadian at $80. Okay, there it is. So yes, it's $50 for free shipping from Reaper. So yeah, luckily they make good models. So if you want some of those, there you go. Anyhow, yeah, we're gonna do another week of battle. Well, you know what? It's Christmas time. Well, okay. For December, I'm just doing clearing out my backlog. So Monday, I will probably still be doing Battletech because these guys from the Legion aren't done. Yunlo Wong is essentially done. I just need to do his cockpit. Anyway, so Monday we will be back. We'll do some more Battletech then. And then on I need to get the I need to get some videos recorded. I realized I didn't do a pre-recorded video this week at all. Anyways, but regardless, folks, thank you for being here. Don't forget, because we got 8 of you in chat. Don't everybody run away yet. If you join the channel at the membership level, okay, it's $2. Okay, I call it the tip jar because I really don't offer a whole lot, but I do have something that I am going to offer now that I have my 3D printer. Once I have 10 members on the channel, I will randomly pick someone every month to print, paint, and send them a model for free. The model will be about the size of a Battletech figure, so keep that in mind. I'm not printing giant dragons or anything, but if you don't want to paint your own stuff and you want some figures and you want to support the channel, I would absolutely appreciate it. If not, regardless, I like it when you guys come and hang out and chat and make me think and talk and keep myself occupied while I'm painting. So regardless, I'm grateful for you guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, like the video if you like the stream if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new here. But other than that, hey, I missed Silent Mouse showing up. Good morning, sir. But yeah, other than that, I do hope you all have a really good weekend. Play some games. If you are Jewish, I know that Hanukkah started, so enjoy that time. Otherwise, get ready for Christmas. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I should really get Peanut Gallery something for Christmas. But we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to end the stream. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you all